So we have some breaking news that the FBI director, Christopher Wray, who was serving in his 7th year of a 10-year term, has now resigned. He has told President-elect Donald Trump, "You will not fire me, I quit." Now, I'm going to break down what this means, what some of the issues have been, but what this could mean moving forward. Again, under President-elect Donald Trump's 2nd term, nobody expected Christopher Wray to even be there. There's going to be a lot of tensions, a lot of headbutting. So at this time, we know that Christopher Wray, the director of the FBI, will actually step down on President Biden's final day. So likely on January 19th, that will be Christopher Wray's final day. But let's get to all this in just a moment. First, all I ask is one thing. Takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So first things first, let's read this article from Zero Hedge. I want to show you this. It says, before President-elect Donald Trump could say you're fired, FBI Director Christopher Wray has resigned and will leave his post at the end of President Joe Biden's term. Now, it goes on to say, while Wray's departure was always in the cards, the move comes just 2 days after Senator Chuck Grassley wrote an 11-page letter asking Director Christopher Wray to step down, and he accused him of mismanagement and failure to take control of the FBI. Now, there are a lot of issues that lawmakers, specifically the Republican Party, has had with Christopher Wray. Keep in mind that he has been here for 7 years. This is his 7th year, which means he was here under President Trump's 1st term. Now, let's keep reading this. It says, these failures are serious enough and their pattern widespread enough to have shattered my confidence in your leadership and the confidence and hope many others in Congress placed in you. Goes on to say, Wray had addressed this disparity, saying in a bureau-wide email on December 11, 2020, that the agency has zero tolerance for any form of sexual harassment or sexual misconduct. Again, I'm not going to get into all this, what happened, okay? But there's a lot of issues here, okay? For him to pretty much be here in this 7th year, some say is staggering. Look at this right here, though. It says on March 4th, 2022, FBI Deputy Director Abbott warned all FBI employees, regardless of your rank and title, every one of us has the responsibility to treat everyone with dignity, respect, and professionalism. Harassment of any kind will not be tolerated. Okay. It says right here, Grassley also mentioned in his letter his inquiry about the vetting of refugees from Afghanistan through the Operation Allies Welcome Program. Now, what happened here? This is something that many lawmakers were going to look into once they got into office. Once the Republican Party gained control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency, which they will come January 20th. Well, this is one of the things that they're going to look into. Look at this right here. It says, well, in February 2022, the Department of Justice reported that the Department of Homeland Security had not cross-checked these evacuees against data from the Department of Defense. As a result, 50 individuals who had been flagged as potentially significant security risks by the National Ground Intelligence Center were allowed into the United States. It says, requests to the FBI for further information were ignored. And then Christopher Wray said in a classified multi-agency briefing to congressional staff that he was unsure of the location of other refugees who might pose a threat, saying, I can't sit here right now and tell you that we know where all are located at any given time. That's part of the issue. People were brought into the United States, some voluntarily by the U.S. government, others snuck in. But the problem is we don't know where they're at. We don't know what their intentions are. We don't know where they're coming from. We don't even know how many people entered. That's a problem. Now I want to play you this clip though. Listen to this right here.
President-elect Trump has talked about the fact that he, did not have confidence, did not like Christopher Wray in the position. Again, the FBI director serves a 10-year term. Christopher Wray was in the midst of the 7th year of his term, and he had 3 more years to go. And the tradition has been is that the FBI director performs beyond administrations, more than one administration, to create the semblance of independence and so that they can do the job without that notion. But clearly, FBI Director Wray had been involved in the investigation of former President Trump, now President-elect Trump, in terms of the Mar-a-Lago classified documents case, the January 6th case. Incoming President Trump is not comfortable with him, which is his right as the president-elect coming in to choose whom he wants to be in that position. But right now, the FBI, one of the more revered institutions through the years, has become a part of the political crossfire in Washington. Christopher Wray clearly trying to lessen that intensity as he leaves office.
Okay. So right there, again, he's stepping down. He has decided he is going to resign a couple years early. He is not going to be the FBI director under Donald Trump and the Trump administration. What this does mean is that this actually opens up the door that Donald Trump will replace the FBI director with somebody of his choosing. Who is that going to be? Well, we're going to wait and find out. What we do know at this time is, again, other countries, whether it's Russia, China, India, okay, Iran, doesn't matter. Okay, other countries are not fearing the United States. Not that the United States needs to be feared, but the United States or adversaries of the United States need to know that if they do wrong by the United States, that the United States will respond in kind. We are not going to just sit back, let people attack us, like other countries or these different groups were attacking U.S. military bases overseas. And what did the United States do under President Biden? Well, we sat back and we waited for a response. We waited weeks. And then how do we respond? We attacked certain munitions warehouses. We attacked vacant buildings. Okay, that's what we did. We struck, again, just cargo holds. That was about it. We struck jeeps and some machinery. There was no loss of life, not like there needs to be, but there was not really we didn't really show fear that, okay, we're going to come after you. You strike us. Okay, you hit us. We have injuries or deaths on U.S. soil or on U.S. airbase, on U.S. bases in the Middle East. We're going to come after you. No, that's not what we showed. We showed that we were weak. We didn't have a response. And now, under President Trump or President-elect Donald Trump on January 20th, we will potentially have answers. But all I can tell you right now is by the FBI director, Christopher Wray, stepping down, it now just makes it a little bit easier for Donald Trump to replace him with somebody else. So we'll see what happens moving forward, but that is what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.